welcome back. Hope you all had a beautiful Easter. We did. The weather was crappy, but that's okay. Anyways, this week's video is we are back with Sturgis Talk. And this week it is being prepared. What you should bring to Sturgis. First off, water. Water is very important. Make sure you bring plenty of water with you to Sturgis for your campsite, and make sure you have some on your bike at all times. You don't know, I mean, it depends how much partying you do, but you want to make sure that you have enough water to keep yourself hydrated at all times. Next is cash. Make sure to bring plenty of cash with you. When you go up into the hills, a lot of those remote locations do not take plastic. And chances are that's the one time you're gonna find something that's unique and totally different, and you're gonna wanna buy it. So make sure to have a little bit of cash on you when you're riding up in the hills. And on that note, make sure you bring a bag. Whatever size bag will fit on your bike, make sure you bring a bag. You're going to want it for that water and any rain gear you may want to have on the bike, and for those new purchases that you're going to purchase. So make sure to bring a bag. With the ever-changing weather in the Black Hills, you're going to want to make sure you bring some rain gear for inclement weather. You never know what you're going to get. One minute it could be sunny, the next minute raining, next minute hailing. You could be inside, go inside for a drink, and when you went in, it's sunny and beautiful, and you come out and you say, what the hell just happened? And be raining. So just make sure you're prepared. And a good way to avoid getting caught in bad weather is just watch the skies. Keep an eye out on the skies, and that will go a long way as well. So just make sure you come prepared and possibly have some rain gear if you're ones who like to have rain gear. And with that being said, also on that note with the weather and stuff, another thing you may want to think about bringing is a motorcycle cover. I'm not sure with how you are with your motorcycles, but you can get cheap motorcycle covers at Walmart. We keep ours under a canopy. We set up a canopy at our camper, and our bikes sit underneath that, and then we cover them with a blanket on top of that. So you can either cover them with a blanket or make sure to get yourself a motorcycle cover. Straps are another thing. You're going to want to make sure to bring some straps. Last year was quite interesting. There was a gentleman, we were at a shop up in the hills somewhere, and this gentleman had found some antlers. They, I guess, were decorating their house with different types of antlers and that style. And so he had found these antlers, not anticipating it, and had no way to keep them on his bike. So he was rigging things up to attach them to his bike, because the shop we were at, they didn't sell straps. So he was trying to rig it until he could get to a place that sold straps. So that was kind of a funny thing to sit there and watch. I mean, not probably so funny for him, but it was interesting watching how he got it all on his bike to make it to somewhere that it had straps. So you may want to invest in some straps, because you just never know what you're going to want to buy. You never know what the weather's going to do. So with it being summer, beginning of August, you're just going to assume it's going to be nice and hot and all that stuff. You may want to make sure, if you're going to go up into the hills or go a little distance away from your campsites, you may want to think about carrying a warm jacket on your bike, because believe it or not, the evenings they can get really chilly. And unless you have a hot chick on the back of your bike that's going to keep you warm, you may want a jacket. So keep that in mind. Keeping a warm jacket on your bike if you're going to be gone from your campsite for a long period of time, and chances are that it could get a little chilly. Just make sure to bring a jacket. Be prepared. Have the correct attire. The next thing I want to bring up is extremely important and gets overlooked a lot. Your tires. Please get your tires checked prior to coming out to the rally. You're going to put more miles on that bike than you can even imagine. We just took my bike in to get the full service done, my fluids changed. And again, remember, I bought my bike the end of last summer, and it's a 2008. The back tire on my bike was brand new. Come to find out that I had this big crack in my sidewall of my brand new tire that I would have never known about. I would have taken it for granted, and I would have just kept riding my bike. And then also my front tire also is original. It cosmetically looked fine, but it was from 2008. So I had to have both my tires replaced. I wasn't expecting that expense, but you know, our lives matter a little more than that. So God forbid somebody have a blowout on the road and then not make it home. So please get your tires checked before going out to the rally. And with that, while it's in the shop, getting the tires checked, get that service done as well, because again, like I stated, you're going to put more miles on that bike than you can even imagine. And so making sure your fluids are running smoothly through your bike is going to be extremely important, because you know, it gets really hot up there, and we all know how hot our bikes get anyway when they're running for a long time. So you want to make sure that you don't have get any unexpected expense on your motorcycle. So make sure to get that service done too prior to going to the rally. Another important thing along with that service is your battery. Make sure to check that battery. Again, my bike, bought it at the end of last season, and every time we went out riding, oh my God, we had to jump my bike, I swear, every single time, and it became a pain in my ass. So yes, this year I have a new battery in, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm not going to run into those problems anymore. But the last thing you want to do is end up stranded and not have any way to start your bike. So make sure to check the battery, make sure you got a good battery prior to taking off to the rally. Okay, you're going to be up in the hills with a lot of sun. The sun can be unforgiving. So make sure you come with plenty of sunscreen and also that SPF lip balm. A lot of people don't realize how sunburnt your lips can get. So make sure you have that along with your sunscreen. And another thing that's great is a head wrap. Make sure to bring a head wrap too to help prevent scalp burn. If you start feeling your scalp get hot, get that head wrap on. Protect it from getting sunburned, because the last thing you want is to get such a bad sunburn that you're just miserable and you can't even go out on your bike the next day, because any sort of heat that gets on your head just kills you. So make sure to bring a head wrap as well. And along with that, another really good thing to bring, I know it's weird, but another really good thing to have on your bike is wet wipes. Believe it or not, they come in very handy. I mean, you get sticky, you get sweaty, you get dirty hands, or you just want to wash your face to get refreshed. I mean, wet wipes come in handy more than you can even imagine. So we both carry wet wipes on our bike. Just need little packs on there, and believe me, once you have them on your bike, you're going to use them. So Wet wipes is another really good one to keep on your bike. Another really good thing to have on your bike is a phone cord. A lot of the newer bikes come with a charging port on the bike, so you'll just need to bring a phone cord with you. There's nothing I hate worse and pisses me off more than when we leave and I realize I forgot to charge my phone. Oh my gosh, it pisses me off like no other because I want a fully charged phone. So just make sure you have a phone cord on your bike. If you have a bike like mine that does not have the charging port on it, you can also get little portable chargers. That's what I have on my bike, and it fits really well in my little pouch, and it charges my phone really quickly. So that is really good to have if you have a bike that does not have the charging port, is the little portable charger. So, but that one you got to make sure you also have the phone cord. You need the phone cord and the portable charger for the older bikes like mine that do not have the charging port on them. Okay, this next one, I'm not sure who all is familiar with this next one. It is a kickstand plate. I think it's really important to have a kickstand plate on your bike when you go to Sturgis. We both carry one on our bike at all times because you never know where you're going to go or where you may need to park. Up in the hills, you're going to find a lot of places you go to, you're going to be parking on gravel. Most, not all, but most of the major destinations are either gravel or a field. And you know, these are just awesome. It has a little port here that your kickstand goes on and it just sits flat and it holds your bike in place. This way you don't need to worry about, you know, you got your bike parked and then you come out and find your bike on the ground because it's sunk into the ground. They take up no space on your bike. So this is another really good thing to carry on your bike is the kickstand plate. Next thing, make sure to check your driver's license and your insurance cards. Make sure your driver's license is not expired and that your insurance cards are up to date. Very important. It's just another thing that as we get closer to the rally, we forget about it. So make sure to check your driver's license that it's active and not expired, and same with your insurance cards. Make sure they are current. The last thing we want to do is give the popo a reason to fine us and take our money. So make sure to check your driver's license and those insurance cards, and make sure you have your insurance cards in your vehicle and on your motorcycle. Very important. This one I feel is extremely important. Keys. Make sure you bring extra keys to everything, not just your motorcycle. I'm talking about your vehicle, your camper, and your motorcycle. Last year, we've had a couple incidences just recently. Last year at the rally, our truck key broke, just broke. And thank God I had my spare key to the truck, and I don't usually ever drive the truck, so I usually don't even have the key on me. So thank God I had my key. Otherwise, that would have been a $200 or $300 unexpected expense that I would have been really pissed off about if I would have had to whip out a couple $100 for a key while I was in Sturgis. So thank God I had my key. And the next little thing we had happen was a couple weeks ago. We went riding, took off riding, and went and got something to eat. And when we were going to leave, my husband couldn't start his bike. He forgot his key. When he started his bike in the garage, his key was hanging, his fob was hanging next to the bike. And so it registered it when he started it, and when we left, we didn't even think twice about it. So bless his heart, he had to take my bike ride all the way home. I had to stay at the bar and wait for him, and he had to come all the way home to get his fob and come back out to the bar. His bike also takes a pin, but he couldn't find his pin. He had lost his pin. So, yeah, it was not a fun day when that happened. It was very inconvenient. It was very inconvenient. So make sure you have keys to everything. And you know, the fob on his bike, he had another fob on his bike, but the battery was dead. So make sure also that your fobs have good batteries in them. And for the pins, if your bike is one that takes a pin and you don't know what it is, you can look on YouTube, and there's tutorials on there on how to reset your pin. And then once you have your pin, keep it on your bike. Keep it somewhere safe on your bike so you have it on there at all times. Very important. Make sure to have that pin number. Oh, and another instance that I was part of is when we were in Sturgis 2 years ago. We were at a shop, and I heard this guy complaining and whatnot, and I looked out, I said, "What's going on?" And he said, "I lost my damn key, my fob, and I don't know what my damn pin number is, so I had to call a tow truck." So, you know, this guy had to get his bike towed and also get a new fob for his bike while he was out in Sturgis. So you know that cost him a good penny out of his pocket, an unexpected expense, just because he didn't know his pin and didn't have an extra fob. So just make sure you come prepared. Mistakes happen, but if we can try to get ahead of it, a lot of this can be avoided. And you guys, I know I probably missed some things, but this is what I feel is important to have on your bike. And so with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If so, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. And also make sure you hit that notification button so you're notified of all my upcoming videos. So until next time, I hope you guys have a very beautiful and blessed day. Make sure you ride safe, and I'll talk to you soon.